feels exciting to be back in the final. Of course, everybody wants it so much every week, so it's very exciting for me, and I'm excited that I'm improving my tennis and enjoying it so much, and the final is gonna be great.
It's been a tough day. You got to play on center court, winning straight sets. What can you tell us about the match?
Yeah, it's been a tough day because today there was no rain in the forecast, and again the rain came, and it was very, very cold, and I think starting from already 1 o'clock I thought I was going to play, and then a big cloud came, rained on the court. The maintenance team did amazing to fix it, then the rain came again. So I'm sure it was very tough for everyone to wait, but the crowd was still here, and I thought it was a very good energy match, and we dealt with difficult, windy, cold conditions, but the court was beautiful and the crowd support was great.
So I think that's your first time on that court, right?
Yes, it's my first time on that court.
We were talking about it earlier this week that you were quite keen, and because of various reasons, the weather especially, you were on various courts around. So how was it finally to play there?
It was awesome to finally get to play there. I know I was scheduled there a couple of times already before, but the weather did not cooperate. Luckily, since there are less people here now, I got to play on the center court, and that's great because hopefully tomorrow we get to play there again, and now I've experienced how the surface feels like.
And so, obviously tomorrow you're going to come up against Galfi. What do you know about her?
I believe we played 2 times before, both on different surfaces. We never played on clay before, but I know that she's an experienced and great player and already been around for a long time, so I'm very excited to test the skill level.
I asked you the same thing on court, but I'm not crazy, I promise, but you said Lisbon remember your hometown, so
yes.
Do you think it's like a coincidence to play the first final of the year here in Portugal?
I think it's not a coincidence because feelings definitely matter a lot in tournaments and in regards to performance. So the better that you can feel, the happier you can feel in a place, the more it helps to boost performance. And it's my first week in Europe, so adapting is a bit easier if you see something familiar. And I think it's not a coincidence because of that.
And of course, I think it's the perfect way to begin the European clay season for you. Do you think, even though you would win or lose the final, doesn't matter, but do you think that this one is the perfect week to start on the roll again, being the final and start the clay season in the best way possible?
Yeah, I think the more matches that I can play on the clay court ahead of time, ahead of Roland Garros, the better for me, because I really love to play, and the more matches I'm getting, the more different skills I'm learning, and there's nothing that can replace the matches. You can practice on the court all day, but for me it's so exciting and so much more fun to play matches, so that's the best way to prepare.
You mentioned the condition of the center court ahead of tomorrow's final. Apart from the size, of course, what do you think are the big differences to those courts?
I think that they have a lot more clay on them. Maybe it's because it was raining a lot, so the maintenance were fixing it in order to absorb all of the water. But it was definitely a lot more clay and also bouncing higher in comparison to the other courts, but I like both of the surfaces equally.
Your best Grand Slam performance was on hard court, or is on hard court. Your best 1000 performance is on hard court as well. But now you have 125 finals on clay. So do you think clay is ahead at the moment comparing to hard courts, or it depends on tomorrow's result?
It's so difficult to say because I think the beautiful thing about tennis is we have different surfaces, and even within the surfaces, all of the surfaces are different speeds. Like you can have a very fast hard court, a very slow hard court, or a very bouncy clay court, or a very slow clay court. So it's difficult to say what kind of conditions I like. For me, it's fun to adapt all the time. So maybe like 2 months ago, hard court is my favorite, and maybe now clay is my favorite for the moment. I think there's something fun about every surface because it exposes different skills that you have to work on.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank